than the Mercedes. It doesn't have a front wing. And the safety car has been deployed. Oh, fine, let's deal with this. How did I miss out on this shot? So, I'm just going to mid-race commentate this thing because I should have joined earlier. But I didn't. Because I didn't. And I couldn't. Because I was doing some school stuff. I don't even know. This mid-race thing. So, we've got the Ferrari of RX NUFC Spaghetti. I should really spell his name right. With the Aston Martin of JD Jong 123 in second, and Diego in third, Matty Siski in fourth, Strange Ship 352 in fifth, Icon PG in sixth, You Are a Bad Kid 19 in seventh, BDA Southpaw in eighth, Takarola in ninth, and TPP Ninja in 10th. So that's the grid so far. Everyone else is dead. Right. Big no-no. On the safety car, I am bored for my life. The only two cars without penalties is JD John, and then also like back in ninth, the Haas, who is ghosting for some reason. Still has a front wing, you know, as usual. Don't know what's ghosting. He doesn't have any penalty either. But this guy was leading before. Okay. Still a safety car. Safety car hopefully is in this lap though, because we need safety car to be in this lap because I am bored and I want some stuff to say. Yes, I'm that bored. Right. Lap 10. Safety car deployed. I have literally joined mid-race because I was supposed to join an hour ago, and yet I didn't. So that kind of sucks. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna watch the stream actually. The actual like thingy stream, and the safety car will be in this lap. So okay, so that's good. What the hell is that Red Bull doing off the track? Right. Here we are, across the line. I think I've just broke everything. And we start here, lap 11, safety car's gone in, and the Mercedes TBB Ninja's already making moves, and behind, the Red Bull's just gone extremely behind. I think that was Strange Ship. He's gone 61 on the exit there. Up through Erosion Rally on now, as we go onto the second DRS tray on the circuit. Here, the Aston Martin's going to get a lot of slipstream. He's going to get an overtake done here, but will he be able to stick that overtake? Yes, he will. The Ferrari's been overtaken, and G-Day John goes into first. And behind, the Mercedes is making a comeback. He was in 10th at the safety car restart, and he's just overtaken the Williams of BDA Southpaw. He's up to 8th. And the others ahead are making good headway up the field as well. And here we are, another fight between the two. And that got really close there. I think the Ferrari even hit the barriers. But before, he made a good send, the Ferrari. I don't think he was given enough space though, because he wasn't given enough space. There's a yellow flag. I think that's Albin BG. He's off the track. I don't know what happened there. Does he have a front wing? I can't tell. I think yes he does, but he's left the session. Oh no. But anyways, back at the front, G-Day Jong is leading after an overtake at the start, and that move was very good. I do say, I could quite say that is a really good overtake. But we continue, and there's another yellow flag. This time it's the Red Bull and TBP Ninja made contact, I think, with You're a Bad Kid 19, and he's in the pits. Oh, he's broken his front wing on entry, and he's nearly spun into the pit lane. What on earth? He must have had damage, or maybe he's just switching his tyres, but I wouldn't know that, because I joined mid-race, and I wouldn't know any of this. But he's into the pits now, and he's changing front wing. That's not very good if you're switching to new tyres, because now... Oh, here we go at the front. It's another fight between the two. Who's going to come out in front? It looks to be here, still decided, as they're still coming side by side, and the Aston Martin has the inside and stays ahead in first. And the Ferrari has to get a little bit of catch up here, as the Alfa Romeo behind of Diego is catching up on both of them, so they need to speed up themselves here, because they don't want to get overtaken by Diego. So, lap 12, he still is the only one. Well, there's a spin, and that's the Aston Martin of G-Day John. He's had a spin, he's at the race lead, and this is exactly what happened before with our boy 2 days ago at the Mexican Grand Prix slapstream. He had a spin while he was in the lead, and that was after a safety car restart. This wasn't particularly... Actually, no, I guess so. He didn't spin after a safety car restart, but he definitely spun in the lead, and he spun in the lead this time as well. And that means his chances of probably winning is pretty much thrown out the window. His DRS is once again enabled after the safety car first couple of laps are in. That is not good by any means. G-Day John, G-Day, whatever his name is, I can't even pronounce this. He's not going to be very happy with himself, because he was going to win this race, but no. But no. And here we are. At lap 13, there's another overtake happening. It looks to be... Oh, what have I done? The Alfa Romeo trying to make a move on its sister team here. On NUFC Spaghetti. He tried making the move, he thought about it, then he had to back out because he knew it was a mistake and he couldn't make the move stick. But Ferrari doing a great job here at keeping the Alfa Romeo behind. And he's also making a gap now between the two, so that's very good as well. I'm not fully sure if the Red Bull's time to pit was because his tyres were too old or he got front wing damage. or even the Mercedes, I think it was, who went into the barrier and lost the front wing on pit entry. But again, very disappointing, I would say. Very disappointing. Here we are now, back on the straight, onto the little chicane, and then after the chicane we're back onto the main straight for another lap, and this time it's going to be lap 14. So around the final turn now, it's another chance the Alfa Romeo to gain some time on the Ferrari, but this time he's actually losing time, and he could get dropped out of the DRS zone here, but this time he will not get dropped out of the DRS zone. Now I want to have a look at the penalties here, as the leader has 3 seconds, the person in second has 6, and the person in third has 9, so that's nice, you know, works. But now we're on to the big DRS straight. This one lasts for a long time, and it's also a very strong one as well. So if you can get the slipstream, then you're gonna get an overtake. You're most likely get an overtake, hopefully. We're watching the Alfa Romeo once again. He's been gaining a little bit of time here through these DRS straights, but he needs to he just needs to find that little bit on the track brake and get faster, and that bit is where he's gonna get his overtake done. So here we are. The race is led by the Ferrari, followed by the Alfa Romeo. So you've got the Ferrari of NUF Spaghetti. I don't know how to say it, I'm just saying spaghetti for the lols. Then you got Diego, and it's a spin for the Ferrari! Oh, they nearly made contact! This is the second time in a couple laps that the leader has spun under, spun in the lead. And the once was leader is once again ahead of the Ferrari. I'm almost having deja vu here from what just happened 2 laps ago. And now the Ferrari's going to have to defend from the Williams. That was unexpected. He spun again. Oh, the understeer is just kicking in. He's reset the track as well. I wouldn't blame him. He's not having the best of times right now. But that leaves the Alfa Romeo of Diego in the lead of the race. This couldn't go any better for him. And also, he has a Red Bull behind him, which has 9 seconds of penalties, more than anyone else behind, except for Ibon PG, which is in 8th at the moment. So he is going to have an amazing chance of winning this Grand Prix. Let's just hope he doesn't spin like the other two, because if he does, that will probably be the most craziest thing I've ever seen in racing. As behind, we look to be having a fight here between the AlphaTauri and the Haas. The AlphaTauri just got past the Haas and also has DRS, so that's cool. So he's got up into 8th. The Haas now, the Haas of Takarola is into 2nd, and now the Red Bull is gaining. So he's on the charge from what was 4th before the 2 leaders spun, is now all the way up to 2nd. So he's making progress. The leader hopefully won't spin at this corner. We're going to have to see. He doesn't even touch the curb. See, he knows how deadly these corners can be, and he's going to take it as carefully as he can, not I can. So he's going to take it as carefully as he can, because he wants to avoid a spin, basically. But also, the big thing is JD John still has a chance of winning this Grand Prix. We're going to watch him now. Even though it might look like he's out of a chance by any means, the guy ahead's 3 seconds up. He is slightly gained, but it won't be enough to overtake to the lead at any point. I'll mention to you again that both of these guys have penalties. The leader has 6 seconds, and the person in second, Strangeship, has 9. So he still has a chance here of getting past. Now, the used to be race leader, he's not gaining much. I think he's just trying to finish the Grand Prix at this point, and I wouldn't blame him if that's the case, because he's been doing a lot recently, and now he's got a penalty. He's got another penalty. I feel so bad for him. I really do. Because that's him out the window. And yeah, that's basically it. So, this is an interesting race I've been commentating here. And yeah. Okay, we're gonna keep watching now. So, as we continue, the Alfa Romeo of Diego is leading, and if this keeps up the way it is, he's gonna probably be only fighting for the lead as the virtual safety car comes out. Why is that a virtual safety car? I'm very confused. Well, I think the AlphaTauri was a bit slow there. But besides that, I don't really understand why the VSC came out. Unless some sort of retirement happened or some sort of person was stuck on the track. And here we are. We've got the Ferrari in the pits. He's in 5th at the moment. If he comes out on the virtual safety car, he will probably come out behind one of the Haas drivers. Because he's... Actually, no. He's going to come out ahead of both classes. He also might just get ahead of the AlphaTauri, which is behind him. As we go through the pits now, he's going to get ahead of the AlphaTauri. He's going to stay in 5th, and now he's on nice fresh soft tyres. I'm not sure if he'll be able to catch up back to the front, but he'll be able to push for that fastest lap as long as he doesn't spin and ruin his chances again. And here we are, back at the Alfa Romeo. He's been leading for somewhat a couple laps now, and also hasn't spun like the 2 other leaders before. He's also, the gap is being closed down by Strange Ship, so he needs to keep the pace consistent, and not in a bad way. He needs to keep the pace consistent in a good way as a Sector 2 yellow flag, and that's the Williams. He's in the barrier. He's had a crash, and right when I said when I said the Ferrari isn't going to catch up with anyone, the Williams is now going to have to pit for a new front wing. He's probably also going to pit for the soft, so he's got a challenger for faster lap. As long as the Williams doesn't go into the barriers. Is he trying to get himself a puncture? I really can't tell at this point. But he's against the barrier. I don't know what the heck's happening. He's just gone onto the grass. Yeah, I think he's just trying to kill himself at this point. Oh my gosh. What am I even looking at? He's on the tray. I am looking at it. He's got a damage front wall. He's going to have to go into the pits. He really widened the exit. That's pretty much his race ruined. I can't say much more about that. So he's going to drop down a couple positions. The Ferrari's up in 4th. Back at the front now, behind, JD John is making time now with Strange Ship. So if you can look here, he's actually right ahead of him. And you can, oh, I just dropped my thing. And it's being revealed that the Williams cause of going into the barrier into his front wing was because his wheel disconnected. So RIP his wheel, I guess. That didn't help very much. And he's spun again. He's in the barrier once again, and he's retired from the session. I mean, would you have expected that? I mean, I would have. He's spun on pit exit. Is there going to be a safety car because of that now? Because that's a parked up car by Eau Rouge, and also the Red Bull had to pit. Maybe he's had a problem with the car. Ahead, the yellow flag is out. There's Southpaw. He's on the track, kind of just off to the side. But still, could that be in cause of a safety car, or at least a virtual safety car at this stand? We're gonna watch GD John, because at the moment, if he keeps this the way he's going, he could possibly get a win here. He just needs to keep the pace consistent, and that's all he needs to do, because he knows that the Red Bull ahead is going to go behind him with penalties, and if he stays in a 6-second gap, if he 3-second gap, because he's got 3-second penalty as well, if he stays in a 3-second gap to him, he'll be able to go up into that first position by the end of the Grand Prix, and wouldn't you look at that, the gap is 2.8 seconds between him and Diego now. He could possibly even get the win on track. If he keeps the pace going, and there's the top 3. It's only separated by a couple seconds now, 2.5 seconds at this point. But here we are now. could he be able to finish this race in first on track as a virtual safety car comes out? What's happened here? I don't think much has happened. It's happened again, the virtual safety car just go. Oh, right. I don't understand. I really don't understand why the virtual safety car keeps coming out. I'm really confused at this point. And Diego gets a 3-second penalty. So now, no matter what, Jong is going to finish in first here. But if somehow Diego pulls off this amazing comeback and somehow gets all of that pace back and just finishes the race maybe like 6 seconds ahead, as Diego slows down, he's going into the pit lane. Why is he going into the pits? Maybe. I have no idea. Maybe because he knows he's not going to finish ahead of the others. He's thinking of maybe pitting and switching onto a softer tyre and possibly even trying to set the fastest lap. Is that what's going to happen here? Because I don't really know myself. And now it's JD John. I'm trying to pronounce his name here. JD John. Right here behind Strange Ship. Sunny, shut up. You're on. So here we are. The gap nearly under a second. JD John from pitting. Wait, that's wrong. From ever getting closer, from spinning from the lead last time, will he be able to make a comeback here in the last 2 laps of this Grand Prix? We already know he's going to win, even if the when the penalties are applied. But he wants to get more of it. He wants to get the win on track, not just by winning on penalties. Now, will he do that here, or will he stay behind and get the win that way? Just wait and see as JD Jong has a yellow flag in the second sector. And what's happened here? And was race leader Diego, he's spun as well, and that's the cause of the yellow flag, and that led RX NUFC Spaghetti up into 3rd position. So he was in first before, and now he's into 3rd, so he's back into the podium places, and that's all he wants really. Just a podium finish, as now is a race for the lead between the top 2. The Red Bull of Strange Ship leads, but the Aston Martin from behind of JD John is craving that first spot here on this 21st lap of the Grand Prix. Now, if he doesn't get past this lap, will he be able to get past on the final lap, which would make it even more spectacular. Now, the DRS is enabled. We're going to watch it specifically here from JD Jong's view. He'll be able to get past. And Strange Ship ahead is only staying ahead by a thread. So if he makes one simple mistake, for example going wide, then his race is over. He's not getting the win here. So it's really, really crucial that he keeps his car on the track and doesn't make any mistakes whatsoever. You know what, he did go a single little millimetre wide there on that corner, and that just helped the JD Jong behind gain a little bit more time. I think a tenth or 2 on Strange Ship. See, these simple mistakes can cost you a lot here. And now the gap's up to 5 tenths again. Strange Ship seems to be faster in the 3rd sector and in the beginning of the 1st sector. But on that main straight, he needs to be really careful here. As now this is going down to the single last lap of the Grand Prix. This couldn't be any better here. Lads that are somehow not watching because I'm so lonely, and the only reason I get views is for, you know, commentating on an actual race. This is it. So this is the final lap, and JD Jong is on a roll. Will he be able to get past Strange Ship and get back into the lead where he belongs? He's already going to get the win because of the penalties, but will he be able to take the win on track instead of winning just by penalties? Strange Ship defends to the inside, but he is powerless to defend as J.D. Jong takes the lead of the Grand Prix on that second DRS straight. What a move that was. It was very simple, but he made the move work, and that lets him up into first position. Strangeship was leading for a while, but he had to concede the position, and he is down to second. J.D. Jong, no matter what now, unless he has a spin, he's going to win this Grand Prix. Now, only a couple more corners to go here, as we are watching this masterpiece of a Grand Prix that I've been commentating for only probably 11 laps finish. This race has been interesting. That's all I've got to say, really. It's been a good race and stuff. But anyways, it's been a good race for the 11 laps I've been commentating this. And as we all come across the line now, J.D. Jong is going to finish in first position with only one little chicane left to go here, and then the run down to the line on the final straight. Strangeship ain't catching up. He brakes late to try at least get a good finish, and he weaves across the line to take the win in the trial race here for SBS Race League trials thing. And to be honest, he really deserves it. And if he gets in a position here, I'd love to see him race, possibly in Belgium. Now, I'm not sure if he's going to be a reserve driver or a main driver, but the teams are definitely going to be wanting him because he's a speedy boy and knows his strategy and everything like that. So he deserves a seat by any means there.
Wins the Belgium Grand Prix. Yeah, he does his little celebration dance. The Red Bull of Strangeship in second. Leighton rounding the final corners.
And that is the race, boys. That's the Grand Prix all done. So, I'm not sure if I'm going to be commentating another Grand Prix. I would love to, you know, but I'm not sure if I am. Because if I am or not, as he comes up to the podium, he's won our trial race here in Belgium. Lifts up the trophy. Wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. Great race from anyone on that top step. I'd like to talk about the Ferrari as well. He's spun in the lead. He's made a comeback, and a great comeback it certainly was. He is on the podium, and all three of those people should be happy of where they finish, because they totally deserved it. And that, sir, is our trial race. Now, I'm not sure if we're doing another one. I'd love to, as I'm going to go have a watch in a minute. I can't ready up because I'm spectating. Someone's leaving now. Alright.